did not play tennis until my junior year in high school. Tennis was a sissy sport for people, beep, 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 beep. I played football. So my uncle, who was in tennis, said, why don't we hit a few balls? I was a good athlete, and I did not start tennis until my last year in high school.
Okay.
And what were my first sensations with the sport? It's me or you.
Competition.
That's what I like. Not 20 people against 20 people, but me and you. It's a lonely sport. It's you or me, and how to find a way to be a winner. And remember, a lot of times, even though the scoreboard says you lose by score, but if you did everything you can do, you're a winner.
Okay.
Number one, it's a long road. And you have to be determined to go through the difficult parts. Instead of saying, I can't do it, you never use the word can't, but you say, I will find a way to do it. All right. Whatever success I've had is to know there are no two people alike. Everyone is different. Listen to them, become a better listener. And even though they may do it unorthodox, in an unorthodox manner, if they're successful, you let it be. So remember, there are no two people like Boris Becker said. Nick is a genius because he stands close to you, sees the little things, gives a simple beep, beep, and walks away. But remember, my Monica Seles, two hands on both sides. Jim Courier, unorthodox grip on the backhand. Andre Agassi, a character. Whatever success, I got to know the people, their character, and what made them tick. That's the success I've had, is to know people, and no two people are alike. Remember something, a strong mind can be a better player, not only in tennis, but in life. Up here, baby, this determines what level you'll end up in life. And remember something, you have to admit that you're nervous. Don't be ashamed to say you're nervous, but find a way to do it. And next, do things people say can't be done. That's what made Nick Bollettieri. When a person said, Nick, you can't do it, that gave me the energy to do it. Don't fight your opponents, but do it, fight yourself. So remember, the mind can offset a person with unbelievable techniques, unbelievable business talent. The mind, baby, the mind can win a lot of battles. What's done for me is to be able to change or at least adjust a person's life, not only on the tennis court, but in all aspects of life. The temptations that exist today of drugs and alcohol and violence, how to say thank you. That's what coaching has done for me. It's far more than just teaching how to hit the ball over the net. It's teaching them all the things they might encounter in life. So a coach, a real coach, does a lot more than just how to hit the ball over the net one more time. Giving inner city children a chance to pursue their dreams. I started the Ash Bollettieri program back in the late 80s. And now one of my main things on my menu of work is inner city programs, giving children a chance to pursue their dreams that have no money. They have nothing. My wife and I have 2 adopted sons from Ethiopia. We give them a chance. So all of you listening to this, remember there are boys and girls that have nothing, baby. Help those as you help those that are trying to become very good in tennis, a tennis scholarship. So remember, my obligation is to help everybody. All right. I flunked the test for the Naval Air Corps. So I became a master paratrooper. I jumped out of planes. But we were volunteers. To be a paratrooper, you volunteer to be a paratrooper. And when you put people that want to be special together, they push each other. And that's how the idea came, from being a paratrooper in the service of people that wanted to be special. And that's what helped me do things that nobody else has ever done in the history of tennis.
Yep.
I started the first live-in tennis academy of the world, now the IMG Sports Academy, and all the world has copied me. But you know what? IMG now is building new facilities. So when you're successful, don't say I've done it all. No, no, no. You do more, baby. And remember, you don't compete against people. You compete against yourself. Against yourself. How can I get better? So never think you've done it all. Number one, to tell parents to be realistic with their dreams.
Yeah.
The biggest obstacle. But remember, there's a pyramid. The student, the parent, the coach. You all work together. And everybody listening to this, there are over 3,000 playing the circuit. 1% make a living. 1%. Think of college for a couple of years, a scholarship. But when a parent comes and tells me, Nick, I have the next champion, forget about it, baby. There's only one champion in the world. That's the good Lord. So remember, if you're not 85 or lower in the world, you do not make 1 penny. Think of a college scholarship. Well, first of all, the game today is very different than many years ago. Today, I look for their natural athletic ability. Remember, you can't hit what you can't reach. Movement, foundation is very, very important. And today, the grips have changed. Everything has changed. So today, spending as much time working physically as you work mentally, as you work on techniques, you have to do a little bit of everything. When I watch a game, is how the student has the ability to adjust during a match, especially if they're behind. Do they know how to make little adjustments? And remember, today's game is not only from the baseline, but you must be able to play the entire court. Okay, so in order to do that, spend less time, as Mr. Richard Williams did, on winning at 10, 11, 12. Work on what will make you a player at 15, 16, 17 years old. But early success does not mean success later on. It's building and adding new things all the time. But remember something, you have to also give your students courage to take advantage of defensive balls that come to them. Many years ago, a student said to me, Nick, when do I go to the net? Go in all the time, you find out yourself. You know who that was? Tommy Haas. By having Tommy go in all the time, he found out when to go in, and he hit more volleys, and that helped him become one of the best players of the world. Go in all the time. And remember something else. At the end of a session, listen to your student first, then you talk. Listen to them. By listening to them, you can give them a more constructive answer. All right?
Great.
Well, that's pretty difficult to do when you've had so many.
Era.
Boris was a thinker. Monica Seles hit the ball early. Andre Agassi, who knows what's going to happen? Jim Curry, a physical player. Martina Hingis, a mother taught her great techniques. Sharapova, quiet in the lesson, she did it all. Oh man, all of my students were so different. Mariana Konikova, the mother never let me change that crappy forehand grip. If she did, Anna would still be playing. I've been fortunate that God has blessed me with the ability to be able to reach different styles of play, be able to help them. But remember something, everybody, and you coaches, and you directors in businesses, never let your student go home thinking they are a failure. I don't care if you have to stay there in business all night. Always have whoever you're working with go home with a positive attitude. Oh, yes. Let me say something. I had a student. Was he talented? You better believe it, baby. Did he live up to his talent? No. But baby, he was special. Xavier Malise, baby, he could do it all. He had great hands of a magician. But sometimes up here, went a little bit in different directions, but a very kind person. Oh yeah, he came with who? Fritz. He came with Fritz. Yeah. And who else was that, Steve? Paul Henry Mathieu. Oh yeah, he came with the Fritz, with the Paul Henry Mathieu.
Mm-hmm.
And Xavier was, you never knew what was going to happen. That's what made it a little bit of exciting. But talent-wise, unbelievable. So sometimes you fall short of living up to the talent. But a kind person, fantastic, always checks to see how I'm doing. He'll be a true friend for the rest of my life, sir. God bless you. Bye-bye, everybody.